Hello again everyone, we are Gaming by Gaslight. Welcome back to Dead Cells. When we last left off, we managed to awaken the slumbering sanctuary, but we're still like down like nil for free, so we're not doing very well in the brutal update so far. But we do have all the runes again, so we have all the powers, and I think given like the items we got to start off here, I might make this like a pure survival run, seeing as last time we like started off as a brutal, but then we switched over to survival. I mean, I like that idea. It seems right. I mean, anything to encourage me to like slowly start using shields more, just like that. Mostly because again, shields are much cooler now than they used to be. And in general, I probably want to work on perfecting my parrying, seeing as eventually we'll probably want to do like a super cool, like pure shield run. Eventually, we'll work our way up to that. We'll have to get good with shields first, seeing as we could totally pull that off. I have to imagine a shield run would be slower. Maybe we'll do that next time we stream. Also some somewhat disappointing news. Turns out there is still some further delays with my computer getting to me. I was hoping I wouldn't have to talk about that anymore. I mean, I guess I don't have to now, I just am for update-related purposes. But, yeah, why did I do that? Anyway, yeah, its arrival here has been delayed a little bit. We should probably check out some other areas. You never know, we might want something here. Like, there could be something good here. There is Falmon's Whip, which, I'll be honest, I don't really want that much. And in general, I find I don't want to buy stuff from the first floor chest. Also, I don't know why I ignored the electric whip. That might have been worth our time. I guess we'll see. Maybe we'll pick it up on the way back up, or maybe I'll continue to ignore it. I mean, it is a brutal item. It scales with brutality, so it's not exactly what we want on this particular run. Yeah. I do like, though, that fact that I do find myself, like, ever so slightly, like, I never used the broadsword, and yet here we are using the broadsword. Not that that's going to become, like, a trend or anything, mind you, but we'll see. We'll see how things go. Excuse me, sir. Stop running away from me. It's just not very nice. I am trying to kill you here. Very rude. I think we'll go to the promenade, because I believe the longest path through the game is, from here, we go promenade, prisoner cells, ossuary, incomplete one. And, oh no, I guess we will go. Got so caught up trying to think of, like, what the ideal path would be, as far as, like, getting the most power by the end of the game. But then again, a faster run might be better. Yeah, maybe. We'll see. We are still, of course, also going to have to revisit the Slumbering Sanctuary, though I think this run, maybe we won't. Maybe we'll go visit some old friends. Plus, it'd be a good idea to go to every level in this update at least once while we're waiting on my computer to get here, so we can get a good feel for, what exactly, like, which levels are, like, better for performance on this particular setup I've got here. And we've still got plenty of time to open the time door. Though, as memory serves, there's, like, basically no time doors from here on out if we keep going down this particular path. And we're going to ignore the cells for now. That might be a bad idea, but because you never know. There are blueprints we haven't unlocked yet, so we may want to pick them up. And, well, we will want to pick them up as we find them, naturally. But, for now, you know, it's not exactly our top priority. Though having money, because I find particularly in the Brutal update, it's actually a lot more important to actually buy weapons, seeing as the odds of randomly getting a weapon to drop that happens to be like the right color for what your current build is are somewhat low. Not impossible, but somewhat low. Well, mostly if you're going for a survival build, because there's very few items that actually by themselves are actual, like, survival tier. So, our options are somewhat limited. but I figure we should probably be able to pull this one off. Though, yeah. Oh, went completely the wrong way. We got to go around. It's going to be a long run. So strap yourselves in. Cancel all of your appointments. Maybe pop some popcorn or make a sandwich or something. We're going to be here for a while, is my assumption, really. At least we're getting a nice amount of money here. And there's a lovely amount of generally soft target enemies here that we can kind of squish very easily. And thus, make ourselves a nice little profit, which is good. Seeing as, like I said, we're probably going to have to buy... Oh, dear. Oh, come on. Hit him. There we go. We're probably going to need to buy a better weapon. Of course, then again, we could rely on cursed chests in order to get stuff, seeing as the cursed chest weapons are generally a tier or two higher. Oh, dear. A tier or two higher than the weapons you would normally get on that particular level. And they also are colorless, so they work to our advantage no matter what we're doing. And you know what? I don't understand. Why do I refuse to parry? I guess just because I'm not in the mindset for it. I never use shields, or at least I didn't before this update, so old habits die hard, and we'll probably die hard for some time. Oh, you know what? Let's see. Nothing particularly useful. I'm gonna pass on Corrupted Power for now, though my gut says it probably would have been useful for us. I mean, it's not as useful as it used to be, but it is still, like, pretty useful. And by not as useful as it used to be, I, of course, mean back in the olden days, I'm pretty sure it literally just, like, doubled your strength. I can't remember what its old effect was, but I'm pretty sure it was, like, just a straight doubling of your strength, with no downsides whatsoever. I miss those days, but, you know, it was, like, a ridiculously powerful item. Like, the kind of item that you'd always have to use. I also like how our, I mean, I guess I shouldn't be surprised. It's called a spider rune, so naturally we're not going to, we're not going to fall off the wall. We get to stick to the wall, which is useful, but could also get us killed if we're not being careful. Since, as I recall, there's a couple of platforming sections where it would probably be possible to actually, like, get stuck on a wall segment. So we'll have to keep an eyeball on that and make sure we don't do that. And I feel tactics is always, like, good secondary stat. Mostly because it makes my active skills take less time to be used again, and we don't want to go to the ramparts, we want to go to the old sewers. Plus, there's also some chests and other cool stuff down here anyway. Ooh, also, here's something that occurred to me. If I recall, because I was reading up on it, because I was kind of interested in, like, the stat scrolls thing, and apparently the developers themselves have said that every level is guaranteed to, I think, have at least 2 choose-your-own upgrades, and up to 2, like, what am I trying to say? Like, the pick 2. That's what I'm trying to say. That infantry bow, it scales with brutality. We don't really need it, so we'll pass for now, which may or may not be a good idea. Those slug babies, those scale with our current main stats, so they might be worth it. Good job, Gaslight. You know what? Let's go for them. Seeing as, oh dear, stupid broadsword. It's so big and yet it can't hit. That's kind of sad. Yeah, I mean, it is a good weapon. It's just so slow. And I don't like slow weapons. I prefer fast weapons. Personal choice. But, you know, you don't always get what you want. Sometimes you just have to make do with, you know, the general situation. We have nothing to unlock right now, so we won't worry about it. We'll just keep on moseying on down, see where we can get from here, and hope that things generally work out in a nice, orderly fashion, which is exactly what we want. We like things to be neat and organized. What else do we got going on here? I mean, we're on to the old sewers. I like the old sewers. I actually like the whole, like, toxic-y, like, infected, overgrown kind of vibe they've got there. Makes them feel very dirty and gross. I would never want to walk in these sewers. Alright, so as we punch this thing, we can see to ourselves that we are definitely starting to get outclassed as far as, like, our weapon is concerned. We are going to need to get something with a bit more kick. And, ooh, what's this? We can wall jump up here. Alright, there's an elite enemy. He might drop something good for us. Hopefully. Just, throw some of that stuff down there. Ow. Yeah, you see, it's at this point I somewhat regret releasing the slug babies, seeing as... Okay, there we go. We got a good parry in there. And I also hate, like, the little guys, seeing as they make it a little bit difficult. Well, that's good. I can go for that. Anyway, it makes it a little bit difficult to figure out what's going on where, and I don't need to spend money on those. In fact, I feel like those doors for buying cells have become less valuable than they might have been in previous generations of the game, seeing as I do believe now they all only give 10 cells, I think. That's what that's the impression I've been getting. And they cost increasingly large amounts of money, which means if you choose to buy them, then you're probably not going to have the money to buy a weapon on that particular floor. Oh dear. Ow. Good job, Gaslight. Anyway, we'll keep fighting the good fight. Ow. This is, again, another case where parrying would probably be useful, and yet I continue to refuse to do so. Muscle memory. Alright, let's make ourselves stronger. At least we can update our stats, which will give us a bit of an advantage. But here we are in like a tier 4 or 5 or whatever tier you would classify this particular level at. And we still have only a tier 1 sword, since as memory serves, this is like literally an item we picked up at the very beginning of the game in the starting room. So, come on, tell me you've got something good. I mean, you've got a better shield for me. I mean, I could go with that. Force Shield does block a little bit more damage if I screw up. Well, it's tempting, but I'm gonna leave it for now. And by that, I mean we're gonna refresh things, and we could buy the War Spear. Might as well. Totally do that. I mean, at least now we've got, like, the right tier of weapon for the job. Of course, just watch, we're gonna wind up, like, getting a cursed chest or something that's gonna... Or we're gonna fight another elite enemy somewhere. Because apparently I assume there could be multiple enemies. I don't know if that's actually true. Oh god. You're gonna die, Gaslight. You're gonna die. No, at least if you keep playing sloppily like this, anyway. Alright. I mean, we're not doing too bad. But we have used, like, 2 health potions already, which is, like, completely unacceptable and... Oh god. I can't hit anything. Yeah, that's the one downside of this particular weapon. Ow. Is that it's, yeah. It's entirely horizontal. There's no vertical in it at all. Very, very unfortunate, but that's life. Sometimes you gotta roll with those punches. As I am doing right this very second. There we go. I mean, I'm still basically one-shotting. Oh god. Still basically one-shotting most enemies, and by one-shotting I mean with like one flurry, not one hit. If I was killing everything with like one hit of the spear, that would be even better, but we are, you know, in a single flurry of swings, we're able to get a lot of damage done here, so that means, in my opinion, my professional opinion, because it's totally professional, that we're in a good spot. You know what? I don't know. I mean, it does scale, so I guess we will pick it up. I mean, it scales with tactics, which is, you know, something we have. Though I wasn't really paying attention to, like, how that scales these days. Though I do like the fact that they did change it from a once ever item to a, like, once per level kind of item. Makes it considerably more valuable. I mean, it's already valuable, like that. And especially since we're going to be fighting the Watcher, when we're not going to have, like, a lot of free time in order to actually heal, seeing as, you know, it takes, like, 2 seconds, I'm going to say, maybe 3, to trigger your, like, regular health potion. Also, it's a cursed chest. Nice. But it takes, like, 1 second to instantly activate the healy potion-y thing, and you know what? We're totally gonna go with this. It is a higher tier, and being able to freeze enemies, especially on the Watcher, that's always important. Lots of money, also very important. We're totally not going that way until we've got rid of this curse, because I never fail those sections. By that, I mean, I never take damage on those sections. But you just know when I'm cursed, that's gonna be like the one time. The one time. Alright, so we just need to kill this guy. Oh god. Okay. Beautiful. You see, that's what the ice grenade is for. Then we just kind of like, we slow down, we take our time, we wait for it to tick down. Just to be safe. That way we can like freeze all the bad guys. And we run away because oh dear. Alright. We played our hand too soon, but it still worked out. And that's all I care about at the end of the day. Alright. We've got a good thing going here. And I don't want to ruin it. And I want more money also, because we're totally going to need to buy more stuff. Alright, that looks like that's the end of the line here, but we might as well make sure there's like no hidden surprises. Because occasionally, oh, there's an elite enemy. We could get something cool out of this. And that would totally be worth it. Alright. 2 bonus jumps, damage from projectiles, versus long dives, ignite the air. I mean, they're all good choices, really, but... you know, oh dear. No, don't do that, man. Stupid, non-helpful slugs. And by slugs, I mean exploding bats. I do hate them. There's also a frantic sword level 3 down there. Not that we need that, because I'm pretty sure that is not a not a survival tier item. At least those spikes don't hurt as much as I remember them previously hurting. So good job on taking all this grossly unnecessary extra damage. Good job. Oh, no. Oh, I killed him in time. Excellent. We'll sell it, because it's 1,400 ducats, and 1,400 ducats are ducats that we can use to make our lives easier in the future. Because again, we're totally gonna need to buy stuff. I can already feel it in my bones. There's gonna be purchasing. Oh god, why do I keep letting myself get hit by the bat? It's silly at this point, really. But it's life, so you know, make do the best of it that you can, and keep going and fight the Watcher. Get some delicious floor cake, because eating cake off the floor has never gone wrong. It is totally a healthy practice. I don't know why I'm practicing my wall jumping here. I guess because I can. There we go. This is a better spot to wall jump practice. I also like how we like kind of, if we have any sort of good job, Gaslight. If we have any sort of momentum, we seem to like slide up the wall, which is good because that gets us upward mobility, which is exactly what I want. Makes my life, oh dear, makes my life that much easier. It looks like this is the end of the line, so yeah, this is the end of the line, more or less. Though there is that little nub back there, so you know what, we'll check out the nub. And by nub, I mean, like, you can kind of see it just over there. See in the far corner? Watch, that's just a dead end, and it doesn't even have, like, a stat upgrade. But, yeah, there's not even anything there. Good job, Gaslight. Good use of company resources right there. Anyway, we'll move on and get out of this nightmare. By which I mean we'll go fight the Watcher. It's not going to be as ridiculously overpowered as that quad damage run we had. Man, that was an awesome run. I want more runs like that, but I feel those kinds of runs are just rare enough that... Because I on the one hand, it's cool steamrolling the game, but on the other hand, steamrolling the game also can result in things getting less fun eventually. Things are not fun unless there's a chance of failure. And right now, there is still, of course, the ever-present, very real chance of failure. But I think we've got a generally good situation going here. Probably. Probably, maybe. And I, for one, like that. Though it occurs to me, this is a terrible item for fighting the Watcher. A very terrible item. Also, we're sort of, ow, we're sort of scratching him. Like, we're not doing as good damage. Good job, Gaslight. Never great use of company resources right there. Alright. Yeah. I mean, I like being able to kill bosses fast as a show of my power. But at the same time, I guess it's not that important. And we are doing a reasonably good job of beating him. Alright, there we go. Also, good job. Never great use of company resources right there. Alright, I mean, he is very slowly dying. Good job again. You know what a thought occurs to me? If I properly parried those, would those actually, like, reflect back and hit him in the face? Thus dealing some damage to him and thus making me feel better about myself. The answer is maybe. We'll find out, I guess. Oh dear. At least I haven't been hit by the tentacles yet. You just had to say it, Gaslight. You had to say it. It happens. Don't worry about it. We're still way ahead of the game. Mostly. I can feel someone's coming here to kill us. It is not a good person. It is a very bad person. It is a tentacle. Roll out of the way. You did it again, Gaslight. You rolled in the path of the tentacle instead of out of the path. Aha! Yes, parry. It's about time. I mean, it's very important to parry those tentacles. I could have done it right there and probably killed it. Speaking of, it also occurs to me that we're still using, like, level 1 of... Ow. Level 1 of our shield. Come on, there we go. Freeze him in place. Go give him a little smack. Just a gentle tap. Teach him who's boss. Those little, like, acne tentacle scars that he's got right there. I don't know what to make of those. Like, those little things on the side of his head. That, to me, I imagine is where the tentacles come out. But I could be wrong about that. There's also a part of me that thinks, you know what, Gaslight, you totally, 1, should have parried right there. And 2, you totally should have healed up while you were waiting. Okay. There we go. Alright. That's what I like to see. That's the good stuff. Now we're showing the enemy who's boss. That would have been a perfect parrying opportunity, but we'll learn. We'll learn. You'll get it into your head soon enough. There you go. Now you're learning the art of the parry. That is the perfect. It's perfect. I mean, like, it's what we need. Though at the same time, I do still like kind of rolling out of the way. And I would totally, if I had a curse sword, I would never even pick up a shield. Mostly because if I messed up, then I would be doomed. And I, for one, don't like being doomed. I personally prefer winning and victory and stuff. Good job, Gaslight. That was like a perfect parry right there. Alright, he's almost gone. He's going down for the count shortly. Alright, come on. Oh no. Now it's the bullet hell phase. Yeah, alright, I'll just kind of stand here and shield myself, and surprisingly, he missed like every shot. That never happened. Alright, here we go. There you go. Goodbye, Mr. Watcherman. Also, just skip his death scene because we've seen it like 10 million times. We could go to the Slumbering Sanctuary, but like I said, kind of want to visit some old favorites. Yeah, we should visit the graveyard. The Slumbering Sanctuary is tempting because it's a level that we have not yet mastered, but I want to go to the graveyard. I want to see what's there. I want to see if there's any new hints and or, you know, stuff. And you know what? We should see, because I know that the repository of the architects was not added in this update. So I want to see if that's still being hinted at. Because, I don't know, there was just something about that particular level that I liked. I liked the idea of, like, possibly fighting in a bookshop? A library. That's what I'm looking for. A place where you can read books for free, as long as you have a card. Or if it's your own private library, then none of that at all. You can just, you know, grab a book off the shelf. Don't even have to put it back on the same shelf. But then again, that would be terribly disorganized and generally just not good. You know, because organization and stuff. And the fact this level is taking a while to load tells me I may have made a mistake. This may have been a bad idea to go here. And now we have super spider jumpy abilities. Come on, let's go up here, see if there's any super cool secrets. And there's some money. I wonder if there would have been a blueprint there if we hadn't already unlocked everything. Maybe. Oh, it's these guys. Oh dear. Might just be me, but I swear those guys release more flies than they used to. which is kind of... Oh, there is actually a time door here. I can't see what's in it, though. So I don't know if there is a... It doesn't look like there's a blueprint, because I'm pretty sure the blueprint would have been in the middle. But we know for sure now that there, like, was something there. I think I'm going to leave the fly guys alone, as per usual, seeing as there are a lot of... there's chances, as memory serves, that we're going to see some curse chests. And I want to be prepared for those curse chests. That one little guy is... He's pretty determined to bother me. Aha, just like I said, cursed chest. Good thing we didn't kill all those flies. This is going to give us some nice stat upgrades. And, you know, I said earlier in this run that I didn't want corrupted power. But then again, maybe I want it now. I don't know. I mean, I guess, yeah, I'll go for it. Why not? I wonder if the damage increase, like I have to assume it does, the damage increase you take for picking up colorless items if it stacks. So now I'm like taking like 90, or not 90, 60% more damage than I would have previously. Alright, let's just take it slow and, you know, be safe. There we go. These flies are what's gonna kill me. If anything's gonna kill me, it's gonna be the flies. Alright, so I want to wait until we've got our freezy grenades here, because I want to be able to freeze Chuckles up there. See, there's Chuckles. He's chuckling, as he does. Alright, and then we release the poison gas, which also seems to release some fire. And then we release the curse. And then we keep going. There we go. And... I mean, I can't imagine there's going to be, like, a lot of cursed chests on this particular floor, but we're going to leave that for now. But then again, it's always good to leave those flies, because you never know. You might end up in a situation, also it is getting very framey now. We might end up in a situation where we need those extra enemies to kill in order to get rid of a curse or something. Like, what if I accidentally break a door? That's happened to me before. Off camera, I think. Like, I've accidentally... I think I mentioned it in the last episode as well. Like, it's entirely possible... Oh yeah, this is getting really framey. Might have to do with the particle effects. Actually, I wonder if it might even have to do with, there's kind of like some foggy effects here. And maybe if I turn those off... Actually, now that I think about it, I think in the game options there is some kind of like particle effect option. And I might want to turn that off or something. We'll see. Also, yeah, there's a secret here. Totally want to pick that up. It's cake. Cake is always worth picking up. Never let anyone tell you that cake is not worth picking up. To kind of avoid the chuckleheads here. Or not. Part of me was saying, you know what, totally ignore the chuckleheads, but then I ignored my own advice and... Alright, there's a crypt key here. Graveyard key, whatever. Whatever you want to call yourself, Mr. Key. There's also... this, which is not particularly useful to this particular build, seeing as it is a tactics item. And we have respectable, we have respectable levels of tactics, but it's not what we're focusing on, so I think we're gonna leave it. We're also gonna leave Chuckles there. Oh yeah, the framiness. Alright. So it occurs to me, until my computer gets here, I guess we're kind of stuck with like a very specific series of levels that we can actually go to without the game kind of getting wacky. Like we haven't even seen the clock tower on camera yet, and I have only briefly glanced at the clock tower myself, so I am just as eager to get in there. Oh no, 2 chuckleheads. All right, they were headbanging in perfect synchronization there, which is cool. Alright, we got a chest. I like chests. Chests are fun. Okay, it's got a hunting bow in it, which is a tactics and brutality item. And, you know what, I think I am going to take it. I mean, we haven't been scaling tactics or leveling tactics that much, but I can't see it hurting us, I guess is where I'm going with this. Ooh. Okay, so it's still a locked door over here. Oh dear. Oh, that's getting framey. It's got to be from all the flies, right? It's the flies' fault. The flies are what's doing this to me. Once we kill the flies, we're safe, probably. Yeah, look at that. See, they're all dead. Alright, now this does look like it's been changed a little bit. Requires the Architect's Key. Okay, so we can actually maybe unlock that now? Maybe. Also, what do we got here? Boing. Oh yeah, there's no way. I don't have... If it's possible to get over that hump, I don't have the skill to do it, so... I guess we just gotta... leave it for now. And I'm gonna kill Chuckles here. And the other guy. Because why not? It's what I do. I suppose. Alright, let's do this. Actually, those slug babies are down there. I am tempted to grab them. Actually, to be honest, I feel like my strategy should almost be to try getting rid of the, like, white colorless items. And I say that mostly because, assuming the extra damage is additive, I might actually want, like, I might not want them. Because 60% damage is, you know, pretty bad. But then again, if it doesn't stack, and I still have, like, exactly 30 damage, or plus 30% damage taken, then I guess that's okay. Yeah, that's not really worth it. 23,000 for 10 cells, I would not pay that price. It is also still, I mean, it was actually a little framey back there as we were coming down, so maybe it's got to have something to do with the, oh yeah, I see, it's getting framey again. And also look at that concentration of enemies, so look out! Yeah. So I should totally probably be trying to get rid of as many enemies as possible. So that could very well be, like, the main factor in our... Oh my goodness, it's a never cursed chest. It's like the second cursed chest on this floor. And by floor, I mean this level. So... yeah. I mean, it is really helping us stack up our power here. And... extra 20% damage, 30% on a bleeding target. Yeah. I'm gonna go for it. I mean, what was that you were saying, Gaslight, about not stacking white items so that you take less damage? I know. I'm a hypocrite. And by hypocrite, I mean I change my mind very quickly on things. But it's probably for the better good. I mean, after all, the whip does have... Oh, it's getting very framey. I mean, I also wonder if it might just have something to do with, like, the further into the game we go, if, like, the game is storing, like, some kind of memory over the course of the game that results in lag the more levels we play through. But maybe not. Anyway, getting back on track here. Like, I did want to clear the way of colorless items, but, oh god. Yeah, there we go. Just keep rolling out of the way there. We're fine. We're good. That worked out nicely. Yeah, because I don't want to be taking a whole bunch of extra damage, but on the other hand, a better weapon is a better weapon, so we'll stick with the whip. And it also has a better range on it, you know? Like, we can hit enemies, oh dear, with a wider range of attacks, which is good. I mean, we're still taking a ridiculous amount of unnecessary damage here, but on the other hand, we're also... Oh yeah, that's getting pretty framey. It's gonna be hard to tell what's going on, isn't it? So I do apologize for that, but I can't imagine it's gonna take that much longer in order for my computer to get here. Like I said at the beginning of the episode, there's been another minor setback, but I don't imagine it taking that long, especially if you know, they're shipping it like express couriering or whatever, you know, like next day delivery or whatever. They'll just take a few days, but everything should eventually balance out. Though naturally taking a little bit longer than I had intended, but sometimes that's life, and to be honest, it occurs to me we're basically playing, like, giving ourselves an extra challenge here. We're in a situation where we're not able to play at optimum peak efficiency, which means, I guess, to be honest, I'm gonna learn nothing from this, but I'm trying to put a silver lining on this whole situation, so I shall stand by it. I guess. Mostly because it's better to put a silver lining on a bad situation than to continuously complain about it, because even though complaining does, you know, it does have a certain cathartic, therapeutic bit to it, it does kind of grow wearisome after a while, and one should not indulge in it too much. Just enough. So with that in mind, let's keep going. I wonder if, trying to think here. Well, I mean, this is like basically the equivalent of Fog Fjord now for us, so I have to assume from here, like there's gotta be like one more level. Could it be the Sepulcher? Could be the Sepulcher. Could be... No, it would be weird if we went from here back to the Slumbering Sanctuary. I mean, I suppose that could happen, but it seems kind of weird to me that that would be the case, so I have to assume... Like, the Sepulcher is the one level I have not seen yet on our journey. Not even an option to go to it, so I have to assume that's what's up next. A lot of Skeletors hanging around here. Not that I have anything against that, I'm just commenting that there's a lot of them. And they're being very Skeletor-like. Which is okay, because, you know, Skeletor is gonna Skeletor. But, at the same time, do we really want them? Eh. I mean, we have to put up with them one way or the other. We're also 108 cells. That is a pretty fine addition to my collection, I'll be honest with you. Why am I killing these now? That's a good question. I mean, we've seen 2 cursed chests. What are the odds of a 3rd one? Pretty low, I would say. Like, oh dear. I can't imagine there being another cursed chest. Like, free in one level? That would be crazy. Probably. But then again, this, if any level could afford to have free cursed chests, it would be this level. We're going for something big. Oh, there's a power scroll over there. We're gonna have to go back for that. But first, let's go back and check out this. I would laugh if this actually did... Oh my god. Good job, Gaslight. You could have thrown your whip, but that is a lot of chuckleheads. Oh dear, oh dear. There's also like a neat little corridor I could go up there. So we'll totally check that out. What's going on up here? There's some doors that go nowhere. We'll just smash those just because I can. And there's lightning up here, which scales with survival. Will I get rid of the wrenching whip? Nah, I'll get rid of the hunter's longbow. The wrenching whip will have its day, possibly. I mean, if we get a better weapon here in... The Architect's Key! That means we can open the door! That means we can go to the repository of the Architects. But there was no mention of that being a level, and I have to assume that this update's been out long enough that I would have heard from someone if the repository of the Architects was some kind of, like, secret level, so... Sadly, I have to assume that means that it's only gonna lead to a teaser or something. And are you kidding me? There is a 3rd cursed chest. I mean, I'm not complaining. Cursed chests are pretty cool. Do I want to go for yet another colorless item? To be honest, no. I mean, it's not a bad item, but it's not what I need right now. It is perhaps the item I need, but not, or the one I deserve, but not the one I need right now, so we'll leave it. We'll keep moving on. We'll just keep on rolling and just living our lives. As one does. It's kind of foggy over there. That scares me a little bit. Okay. I don't see anything, I don't think. Also, how do I get down there? I'm not seeing it. I'm blind. Alright. Then we got some of these fellas. And then, if I die to curse now, I'm gonna be extremely angry. That would really be awful. Oh good, there's a dude right there. Alright, so we got some of that, then we do some of this. And, alright, there is just one guy left. And he died on his own. Excellent. Alright, that's good. I just need to figure out how I'm getting down to that lower area, because I've apparently not been paying attention to the map. Now, what are the odds? Oh, there it is. I see it. I see it. It's this little lower path down here, isn't it? Yeah, there we go. And there's another power scroll, so we can upgrade our strength and become even better. Even better than we were before. Beautiful. Very beautiful indeed. And down we go, I guess. Into the shop. Anything cool in the shop? The answer is no. Not right now, anyway. I mean, we could re-roll the shop, but I'm not feeling that, like that put out for items, so I'm gonna let it slide. Also, it occurs to me, I've been taking, like, a really long time with this level. But then again, I'm not speedrunning. Not today. especially since there's not much need to speedrun. Though on the flip side of that, okay, we're getting a little framey again. But on the flip side, we do get stat upgrades for the graveyard and the, I'm gonna, assuming the sepulcher is still the same as it always was, and, yeah, oh, you're right. Almost forgot the architect's key. We totally want to see what's in there. I mean, is it a teaser for something? Is there actually, like, something in there of value to us? Who knows? I don't know. I mean, it was hidden in a secret in the wall, so I have to assume. Alright, there we go. What do we got? It's an upgrade. I like that. Is that a vacuum I'm hearing in the background? It could just be me. Yeah, there's some kind of sound coming from somewhere in the world that is not in the game, which is weird. It actually sounds like it could be a buzzsaw, which is weird. Very weird indeed. Anyway, on to the sepulcher. Alright. This has been a long run, but a good run, in my opinion, so far. Reasonably good. I can deal with it. And let's see here. Alright, we're back. And wow, 300. Let's see. The merchants offer a certain category of items when you meet them from now on. What does that mean? I don't know what that means. What I do know is that at this point I feel like as long as I keep playing it cool, we should have no problems beating this run. So let's be cool about things and just stand in there and do our best, because that's all you can do, really. Kind of wonder what Spider-Girl's story is there. I mean, here she is. She's hanging out in the dark all by herself. Oh god, this is like, I can feel framiness already. This is gonna be an ordeal, isn't it? Alright, so based on this, I guess in the future, all our runs are gonna have to like go through the Slumbering Sanctuary. But then again, there's still one more level after the Slumbering Sanctuary, which I think is either, depending on our path, it could be the sepulcher or the clock tower. And I know the clock tower gets kind of framey for me as well on this build, so, and by on this build I mean on this machine. So things are going to be interesting, and I want to be careful about that. I also see there, from that brief look at the map, that secret room, good job, that secret room probably had at least one, maybe two, stat upgrades in it. Interestingly enough, it looks like those rooms are the only rooms where you can still find single stat upgrades, which I find interesting. Yeah. Also, I mean statistically, like, there's no chance whatsoever. Also, I heard it sounded like a chirp in my ear. Hopefully that's not a sign that my headphones are blowing up. That would be, generally speaking, not good. I would not like that at all. Oh boy. I want my computer back. And we'll get it back. But for now, we have to finish this run. Alright, what do we got in the shop here? I mean, we could buy another version of Corrupted Power that does not have... that's not white-colored, and thus will not doom us to taking more damage. There's also this lovely shove shield, which is green. And we haven't really used the lightning bolt since we picked it up. Do I really... You know what? Alright, I think this is what we're gonna do. We're gonna make lightning our main attack. Also, there's never shop up there. So that could be cool as well. Maybe we'll be able to drop another, And then I'm gonna drop the lightning bolt. Totally. For a war spear. Which we were using a war spear earlier in the run, weren't we? Kind of funny how that one worked out. Alright, well, only one way to go from here, I guess. Let's do it. Let's do it and hope that things work out. And they should. Like, they should totally work out. It'll be fine. It'll be great. I can't see anything going wrong from here. Probably. I mean, like, totally. Everything is perfectly fine. We are perfectly fine. There is... that scales with brutality and tactics. I mean, I haven't been using Corrupted Power, but then again, I deal an 11,000, or 1,100 rather, extra damage. But on the other hand, potentially getting rid of the the extra damage we've been taking might be for the greater good. Possibly. Honestly, I'm not sure if I'm making anything that resembles the right choices in life here. But I'm gonna go with it for now. There's a turkey dinner there. We can come back for that if we really need it. Also, let's get into the light. Excellent. Never stat upgrade. Oh dear. Oh, I don't like this. I don't like this corner I've put myself into. This is not a nice corner. It's not a friendly corner. It is a corner of bad tidings. Also, it's getting kind of dark again. I really, really should not be fighting every single enemy here. I should instead simply make my way through. And by that, I mean ignore everyone and just run. Because that would be the true path to victory. We can play very pacifistically. But then again, we do have a new thing to unlock, so I guess I kinda do feel that it's worth it. Also, I guess since this is the last level, if we find any of those doors that let us unlock stuff, then we might want to go for it. Also, good job. I'm gonna go down here for the chicken dinner, because why not, right? Good job. There we go. Grab that chicken dinner and get the heck out of here. Before we die to the darkness again, okay. You know what? Overall, oh dear. Got a little framey there for a second. At least that's my excuse. And this is not the way we want it to go, is it? No, we want to keep going up. That's what we meant to do. Let's go this way instead. Alright, up we go. Up, and through the locked door, and get the heck out of here. That's the good stuff right there. Alright. Continuing to move on. Been a nice run so far. I'm looking forward to fighting the assassin. I'll be honest with you. I want to fight the assassin. I'm going to try not to trigger the little mini lights just yet, just in case we need to backtrack through this area and need a bit of extra light. Because that can always happen. Also, I got hit by the dang floaty bat. That's kind of embarrassing. Pretty bad, actually. But we'll hold ourselves in there. I mean, that's really all you can do in these situations. You gotta hold yourself together. I should totally blow up that secret, because that'll give us a bit of extra light. No, I'm not gonna open it, I guess. Yeah, that's just laziness on my part. You can tell. Oh my, hello. I mean, this could be our chance to get the Crusher. I would love to get the Crusher. Could happen. We've got Spin Top Man. He's like right here. He's waiting for us. He was even helpfully like killing himself softly with a little bit of help from, you know, Mr. Spike there. Beautiful. Oh dear. No, don't. Let's get into the light a little bit. It's getting kind of dark. Also may just be me, but I feel like the darkness is ever so slightly more damaging than it used to be. Like ever so slightly. Not a big deal, but it's ever so slightly more powerful than it may have been in the past. Which kind of freaks me out, just a little bit. I mean, as it should, really. And I don't know why I'm fighting these guys. I should just keep going into... There we go, bit of light. You know what? That actually didn't provide as much light as I thought it might have. Which actually makes sense, really. I mean, you can only get so much light from a dying light source. Good job. You know what? I'm not feeling as strong as I would like to feel, if I'm being honest with you. I feel like I could be much stronger. Also, that's like the first time I even used the Assault Shield, or Shove Shield. No, it's called the Assault Shield now. This entire run since picking it up. Which is kind of silly. I should have probably used it before, but that's life, I guess. Or that's gaming by gaslight life. You get useful items, and then you just kind of sit there not using them because you're too good for them, apparently. Or, you know, something crazy like that. It's hard to tell, really, with me sometimes. Is it really that I'm just that lazy? Just that non-attention paying? Could be. I don't know. That said 64,000, didn't it? I don't think. 64,000 for 10 cells? I think that's not worth it. Like, if the in fact, I noticed that now that I think about it. The number of cells you get, like, it's definitely been nerfed. And yeah. And yet the cost scaling seems to be more or less the same, so Yeah. I mean, unless I'm blind, like, that did say there was only 10 cells in there, right? Yeah, it says there's only 10 cells there, but it expects me to pay 64,000? I don't think so. That's just not gonna happen, game. I'm not spending 64,000 cells for 10 cells, or 64,000 ducats for 10 cells. I mean, I suppose on the other hand, like, we are kind of approaching the end of the game, so it's not like that money is gonna be useful for anything for much longer. But on the other hand, we don't know. It could end up being useful still. That's really not useful to me at all, since our brutality is basically nil. It also occurs to me we haven't really got any good amulets on this run so far, which kind of disappoints me. I would have actually liked to get some an amulet with a +2 or +3 upgrade on it, and that's not worth it because it is, of course, only a brutality item, and we're not using brutality on this run. Our next run we might go for brutality again. Though on the other hand, look at that sexy 17 survival. That's pretty good. But on the other hand, I guess the trade-off with survival is that it doesn't have, at least right now, it doesn't have as many weapons associated with it, so it's a bit harder to keep up in terms of like damage output. But I guess I guess that's a fair trade-off, because everything has to have a trade-off. You get one thing and less of another. But then again, survival, I don't know. I guess I've heard some different opinions. Some have said that, wow, that was fast. Okay, yeah, that's definitely worth it. That's just better everything overall. Some have said tactics is like the new meta. Some have said survival's the new meta. Oh, and we finally got the Crusher Scroll, yes. Can't tell you how long I've been waiting for that one. A long time, really. A long, long time. Alright, so that's good. Alright, there's totally something to still explore down here, right? Actually, no, this looks like it just kind of like circles off and then that's the end, so. Alright, such is life. We'll go back and, I mean, we've got to be close to the actual exit to this level at this point, right? There we go, and there's choose your own upgrade, or at least pick 2. I like that. Alright, we got our like spinny balls of spinny death. Oh, this is totally like the end, right? Though there is that dagger down there. Let's check that out. I mean, it's not that I had to go down here. And all things considered, I didn't really get anything out of that, did I? Since I have chosen not to spend my cells on those locked doors. But then again, I like collecting money. At least I can say, oh, look at that, I have 140,000 ducats. Aren't I great? I mean, I suppose another thing I could conceivably do is perhaps, and just perhaps, mind you, could perhaps choose to go to a shop, re-roll it a couple of times, maybe see if I can pick up like a cursed sword or something. But then again, cursed sword is brutality and tactics, isn't it? And I'm not speccing into either of those, so I guess it's not useful. Not really. All right, off to the clock room. This is it. This is it. Taking a little bit of time. Ah, no. Ah, that's not fair. Well, game crashed, so I guess we don't get to go to the clock room. But since we didn't die, I'm going to count that as a win. Like, you know, from a certain point of view. And we'll reconvene next time. Hopefully then I will have recovered my, my main regular computer. And everything will be good, but until then, thank you all for watching. I hope you all enjoyed. Don't forget to hit that like button, maybe leave me a comment down below, let me know what you're thinking, and I will see all you in the next video.